What's up, guys? Welcome back to another vlog. It's like good morning, Cody, or good afternoon. I don't know what it is. It's actually kind of the evening. We checked into our campground here. We are at the Eagle, what is this called? The Flying Eagle Preserve. So this is one of our, we like this campground. This is in Inverness, Florida, or that area anyway. The campsites are pretty big, so you got this whole area to ourselves. Cody has plenty of room to run around. And I don't know if you see it, but there's a shuttle bus over there. I don't want to say it too loud because I'm not trying to attract attention. But we're going to start a fire because tonight we are going to be cooking over it a little bit. We're going to be making, I don't know what they're called, but they're like, yeah, they're called hobo meals or hobo pocket meals or something. And you basically cut a potato open, you let it cook over the fire for a while. You throw potatoes in it and a whole bunch of other stuff. And you let it slow roast. And then you could add sour cream or whatever you want. It's going to be really good. So we're going to, I got Sam on duty over here. She's going to help get the fire going. Alright, slowly getting our little fire up. Have you guys ever heard of being in the woods and not being able to find wood? Well, that is the case today. Sam and I walked all over the place. There is not one down tree
that's easily
that you can get to. Like, it's crazy. You know, I'm obviously not going to cut down a good tree that's alive. One, it wouldn't burn good, and two, you're not supposed to do that. But we walked around everywhere. And I guess they just keep the park really, really clean. Or there's just been so many campers that, you know, it's just cleaned up. Everybody just burned all the wood already. So we found this little pile, and I think somebody left a little bit of it when they left last time. It's not much wood at all, obviously. But hoping we can find enough coals and stuff, get enough hot enough so we can cook over it, but we'll see. All right, so Sam is doing an excellent job keeping our fire going. As you guys can see, this fire pit is convenient because it has the grill that you could throw right over at the grate. So we got our potatoes and steak and stuff. We cut it all up. I put some butter in there and a whole bunch of seasoning, and now we're just letting it cook on up. This is gonna be like a slow process, by the way. This is not like a 2-second thing. Usually you'll turn it around, you'll flip it, you know, really let everything get cooked, I should say. I don't know if you guys can hear, but Sam is doing the manly job today. She decided that she wants to go cut up some firewood. So she found a dead tree, and she is venturing out into the weeds and getting it. So I am impressed. She didn't ask me, she didn't say anything, she just, you know, went over there and took initiative. Here, look at her. Get it, Sam. I know, you're so excited. You like being out here? Yeah. Alright, let's check on our food here. Ooh, fire is hot, hot, hot. Oh, we're getting there. Not done yet, but we are getting there. Mix this around a little bit. Look at that. This is minimalistic cooking at its best. You don't have to use propane, you don't have to use electric, you just sit here and roast it right over an open fire. On tin foil. It's not even close to that much. Alright. Alright, good morning, guys. Alright, so yesterday we just kind of chilled out, hang around the fire, cooked a little bit. The day went by so quick, and today it's supposed to rain on and off, but we're gonna do what we can. I want to see if we can find some firewood. So we got Cody's stroller out here. We're gonna take him for a walk. I'm gonna throw the chainsaw in the bottom of the stroller, and we're gonna take a walk around and see if we can get some wood, do a little bit of a hiking. All right. I know, you're so excited. I know, we're gonna go for a walk. Holy crap, look at this dog. All right, guys, so I got the chainsaw out right here. For those of you who might be new to the channel, we use the 20-volt electric, totally cordless power chainsaw, and it works pretty good. It has a little 10-inch bar on it, and it works really nice. I'm just gonna lock our generator up. That way nobody walks away with it while we're out on our little hike, and then we're gonna hit the trail. All right, well, we were walking for a little while, we found this down tree, and I started cutting into it, and it's really wet, and the chainsaw got stuck in the tree branches like twice, and I really don't want to lose my chainsaw out here, so I decided to just pass on it. But
cut this into this?
We did find a couple little pieces. Yeah, but that's gonna burn so quick. That's the problem. Cody, find wood. Sniff out some good wood.
All right, guys. So we got a new pet. His name is Franklin. There you go, Franklin. We're gonna put him back. I'm just playing.
All right, you better show everybody putting them back, or they're gonna flip out.
I wanted to see if he wanted to hang out on the blanket.
No, he's scared. Tell everybody putting them back.
I'm gonna get you back out of the road. You don't need to get hit.
Yeah, we thought he got hit by a car originally because he wasn't moving, but he's alive. There you go.
There you go.
See you later, Franklin. Well, it's a good thing I moved that turtle. Like, that turtle's saving grace, because 2 RVs just went by us and they would have ran him over. At first I thought it was a ginormous beetle. His shell looked like a beetle. Then we got closer, I could see his little head. But yeah, we saved him.
Yeah.
He got ran over.
They saved me, stay with me.
Yeah. Sam wants to keep him. I'm like, no, you gotta stay here.
Cody!
You're so excited. What is the problem? Yeah, you're a good boy. Find me some wood, Cody. Be useful. Oh. All right, we found a decent piece. Oh, come on. Jesus, it's heavy. Oh, God. Sam, can you
I got this.
Can you pick that up, Sam?
Ha! Yeah.
Oh. How'd you do that? That's all we're finding over here, though, is like dry, rotted out wood. It's like, and you know, once it's dry rotted, it weighs nothing. You can pick it up with your pinky. If that was a regular piece of wood, it would be pretty heavy. All right, the search continues. The hunt for wood.
Wet over here.
Yeah. If you guys ever stay here, they have airboats, and they're really loud.
Yeah, if you're sensitive to noise, this campground isn't for you.
Yeah, but they are so loud. Like, you know, you see them in magazines and whatever. But when you see them up close, holy crap, they are screaming loud. Like, they're out on the water, maybe, I don't know, 100 feet from us, 150 feet. Whoa. And they sound like they're about to drive right through your bus. Crazy loud. Nobody invited me on one, though. It's kind of rude. Oh, look, I found more dry rotted wood. Are you guys into recreational drugs? Because I just found some for free. That's wild. I gotta make sure that does not go anywhere near Cody. No, you can't have that, Cody. Sorry.
Stay here for a second. There's stuff right here.
Look at this, it's all swampy. Oh, we found some more stuff. Soon Sam's gonna have to start carrying some wood. We're running out of room. All right. Oh, crap. There goes it. All right, guys. I think we got enough wood, or at least for now. This is all the stroller's gonna hold. So the chainsaw put in some work. We actually got some wood now to burn later. Hopefully it doesn't rain. I'll probably put this under the bus just in case it does, so it stays as dry as possible. But, we're gonna head back to camp. I got something to show you guys. Okay, so we had to make a pit stop. Sam had to go to use the porta potty. So Cody's freaking out now because anytime Sam's not within view, it's a problem for him. But so when you first come in here, this will be your gate that you'll come in. You have to come in here to go to any of these campgrounds, and then it has this little pavilion area. You can wash your dishes. However, it does have a high iron count. So if you're gonna use it to like shower and stuff, you'll usually notice your hair is a little bit more sticky and the water might taste pretty weird or pretty off. But I mean, if you gotta use it, you gotta use it. So you got running water here. I think it's just cold. There's also electric here, I think. Let me see. Is there? Oh, no, I lied to you guys. Oh, wait. There's a light switch. Let's see, does that work? Ah, so glad that works. Okay. Well, never mind. It doesn't work. And just in case you guys need to crush any cans, they have a can crusher here. Isn't that cool? That's nice. I should get one of those for the bus. All right, well, I did find one. Right to the right of the can crusher, there is an outlet. So you can charge your phones and stuff. And the power meter is on, so I'm guessing there's electric running to it. So if you're ever out here and you're stranded, you got a little bit of electric. All right, guys, the moment you've all been waiting for, and me and Samantha for quite a while now, we finally got our diesel heater in. and this is going to take the place of our little electric fireplace that we have. We're going to keep that inside because we kind of like redundancy, and in case this ever goes down, we can always pull that out and plug it in. But this is going to be great. We won't have to run the generator at all, and this thing puts out a ton of heat. So we're going to unbox it, put it together, and see what we have that's all included. Alright guys, so I pulled everything out of the box, and I also ordered one thing separate that I'm going to tell you about in a minute. But this is what you get in the box. So this is going to be your little muffler. This is going to be your air intake. Now this is going to be separate. I just popped this on just for the sake of time already. But you'll have your air filter, and then this is the air inlet hose. This is going to be your exhaust hose. And then you have your manual that shows you everything how to go. This is the main unit. Comes with an LCD display. This is the exhaust part. This is where all the heat is going to be coming out from. They also give you a little tube that you can slip on here, and you can kind of pull it out a little bit, separate it, and then direct the heat to wherever you want it to go. Now this unit does run on diesel fuel, so your diesel fuel will go right into here. You could take this cap off and fill up this little tank. The nice thing about this unit is it's an all-in-one unit. You can buy them where it's the diesel heater itself, and then you have a tank that you can mount anywhere in the bus. I kind of just like that this is all in one package. I don't have to lose anything. I don't have to run any wires or anything like that. This is going to be very simple to hook up. On the back you have your cooling fan, and then this is your positive and negative electric battery terminal that you're going to need, because this thing does need its own separate power. And then on the bottom you can see they have an inlet hose and an outlet hose. That's where you're going to hook up your exhaust and your intake hose. And then that clear hose is the fuel line. Now this part isn't included in the package. I went ahead and bought this separately. But I plan on running this from a Jackery 240 for now, until I get a bigger one to run this off of, or a different power station. But I bought two, you only need one, but I bought two as a backup. These are DC, where you can hook up the positive and negative battery terminal to this. It has the pre-hooked up clips. I don't know if you guys can see that. Once I pull it out of the package and hook it up, I will show you guys. But it's a really nice unit, pretty compact. You just put it together once, and then you're all set and ready to go. Alright guys, so we're going to start this video by first installing the little diesel heater exhaust, and that's going to go right to here. So it's just going to slip over this, and we're going to tighten it down with a hose clamp. Okay guys, so I just slipped the exhaust on, and you'll notice you can only bend this elbow so tight before you'll snap the metal. So unfortunately, with the most you bend this elbow, it doesn't let the feet sit on the ground all the way. So what I've seen in quite a few videos is people will get like a scrap 2x4 or something like that, cut it to size, and put one on either foot. That way when you lift it up, it lifts it off the ground, doesn't put any pressure on the exhaust, and it gives it a little bit more of a wider foot too, so it'll give it a little bit more stability. Alright, so you can see I made the two little block feet, and the exhaust has plenty of ground clearance now. It doesn't even touch the ground at all. Plus it kind of helps because it lets air under here a little bit more, so it has a little bit more breathing room. Eventually though, once I put this in the bus and install it, the pipe is going to go down under the ground, underneath the bus, and that's how it's going to vent out. Alright, so I also slipped our little cold air intake on here, and that slips up right next to the exhaust on the bottom. The next thing I'm going to do, before we start to try to fire this thing up at all, is we're going to take the cap off, the fuel cap. You have to take that off, and we're going to take the shell off. And the reason why I'm telling you guys to do that is because these things travel a far distance. Like mine went all the way from, I think mine went from Alabama to New Jersey, and then from New Jersey down to Florida. So, you know, and the reason is because these sellers, they buy them in bulk, they send them to Amazon, and then Amazon sells them for them. So they travel all over, they get knocked around. So you always want to check everything. You want to make sure you're not going to have any fuel leaks, anything like that. So here is the setup on the inside. This is your diesel tank. This is the heat exchanger itself. This is the diesel heater itself. You have your cooling fan back here with the motor. This is your fuel line with the little fuel pump that's in here. From what I've read, these things can fail down the road, so you may want to go to like an auto parts store or contact the seller that you bought it from and get a spare. And you know, that's redundancy. So if this one ever goes out, you have another one. It's not too much of a big deal. And then you'll see you have your fuel line. Your fuel line wraps around on the other side and attaches into this tank. So you want to make sure that these are all connected well, nothing's leaking, there's no pinched hoses, nothing's cracked. Make sure that the electrical line is plugged in for your little fuel pump. Everything on this one looks pretty good. So we're going to close it back up. I'm going to put a little bit of fuel in it, and I'm going to show you guys how to hook it up. As next step, so this is one of the 12-volt adapters that I bought. This is a 2-pack. I think it was about $8. And as you can see, on the other end, it has a negative and a positive. Now, these are 12-volt applications, and this is a 12-volt application. So you got to make sure whatever you use this on, the power usage matches up. So as you can see, this is the positive and negative from the diesel heater. Now, this is how it comes with this little stubby thing. And I had to splice it a little bit more to get a little bit more electrical cord on the end. So we cut that up so you can just see the difference. So you're going to need a little bit more because it's going to have to slip, you know, into one of these, and then you're going to have to crimp it in there. So I'm going to splice the other one down for this positive, make it a little longer, and then we're going to hook it up. Alright guys, we officially got it wired up. This was super easy, legit just, hopefully it clears up, but it just crimps together, positive and negative. And then now this thing is all wired up. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it on the screen. The screen is not very, there you go. It's not very, very bright, but, you know, in person you can see it a lot better. So, we're going to add some diesel fuel to this bad boy and start to fire it up. I put a little bit of diesel fuel in it. I didn't fill it all the way up. One thing I do have to complain about is this terrible, terrible diesel fuel lid. Now, alright guys, whatever. They're made out of the exact same thing. They're the only a different color. So I'm keeping diesel fuel in this smaller one for right now. But these lids, so apparently you're supposed to push this up and the fuel is supposed to come out, I think. I mean, there's no instructions. Nothing happens. You had to take the lid off and dump it in. And of course you're going to spill a little bit. But these are supposed to be environmentally friendly, you know, gas cans. You know, this is the whole government thing there. You have to do this so you don't damage the world, but that's way more damaging than anything else, any other like standard gas can from like the 90s or whatever year it was. So to fire this up, you literally push the power button, and now it's doing the pre-stages. It's going to, you know, pre-ignite whatever it does with the diesel. And the fan, I don't know if you can hear it. It's so quiet. Way quieter than a gas generator powering a diesel, you know, like a regular, like electric fireplace. I could feel slight air coming out of this, nothing too much, and it's still cold. And the air coming out of this is still cold. But you can see it's been on for not very long. I don't know what that 12 is. It's like 12 seconds, because it's not 12 minutes. Oh, it's igniting now. I don't know if you guys can, if you can hear the fuel pump. It's pumping fuel. And we are currently pulling 108 watts. Alright guys, we are in the next few stages of this thing heating up. I don't know if you can hear it. It sounds like a jet turbine spooling up. And the exhaust out, this exhaust is hot. This thing is pumping out heat though. Holy crap. And we are currently pulling 52 watts. So once the heat exchanger heats up, it'll pull a lot less wattage. Now with this Jackery 240, guys, this probably wouldn't last all night, I don't think. Maybe 6 to 8 hours, but not all night. But man, the heat pumping out of this thing right now is ridiculous. I don't know if you'll be able to see like the waves and the heat, probably once it heats up even more. This thing will heat up your bus probably in a couple minutes. Wow. Wow, I can't even keep my hand. That's it. And it's still heating up. That is crazy. All right, so now that this is spooled up, it's running. It's ridiculously hot. The sides are ice cold. The top is ice cold, and this side is cold. So I'd give this a little bit of breathing room, you know, when you install it in your bus or a cabin or a garage or whatever. I wouldn't put it right on top of something, especially this part. This part I would definitely leave. Wow, that is so hot. This thing is great. I am so excited to be using this thing in the wintertime. How do you feel about it, Sam?
It's good.
Oh yeah. All right, so to turn it off, you're legit just gonna put your thumb right on the power button, hold it down for a couple seconds, like 2 seconds, and then you'll hear the fan start to slow down. It is still blowing out heat. I think it's going to cool off the heat exchanger and everything like that, so it is still pulling power. And then once it cools off everything, then it'll kill power to it. So you never want to just unplug this from like a power source while it's running, because you will, I don't know what you'll do honestly, but you're not supposed to do that. In the instructions it says to let it shut down itself. I don't know if it cleans out the fuel filter or whatnot, but it's definitely cooling down the heat exchanger. Wow. Even on bar 1, there's 5 bars like of fans. Even on bar 1, that thing is pumping out heat. Ridiculous. Totally worth 189 bucks. Totally recommend it. Check one out. I'm gonna leave the link down below in case you guys are interested, to Amazon. That's where I got mine. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna go sit by this fire that Sam has going. All right, back inside, guys. Look at this food. It's ridiculous. It looks so damn good. We're making chicken fajitas. Oh, starving. All right. I got this damn one mosquito in this bus right now. I've never met a mosquito that bites so hard. This thing is taking chunks out of me right now, and I'm trying to find it, but it's being tricky. Guys, we decided we are going to flip the bed back the other way for a couple different reasons, and I really like it the other way. It doesn't stick out into the living room as much, and we're gonna
having to squeeze through to get to the bathroom.
Yeah, so we're gonna have the toilet where it just slides under the bed, and it's gonna be way easier to access everything that we put under the bed and stuff. So pretty happy about that. So I'm gonna flip the bed tonight. We're gonna move everything, and then I'm gonna find another spot to install the diesel heater. I was originally gonna do it in the back by the toilet area on the back wall, but that whole area is gonna be blocked right now with the bed. So.
All right, guys, it is checkout day. Right now we are at a porta potty that they have right like in the beginning of the campsite where the non-potable water is at, and we're dumping our toilet. So if you have a toilet that's similar to ours, we dump it at parks, porta potties, wherever you have a chance to dump it, do it. If you do come here, the water is non-potable. I don't know if we said that, but I used it to put the fire out yesterday, and there's so much iron in the water. It's yellow. It's disgusting. So yeah, don't drink it. We're gonna head over to Brandon. We're gonna hang out there for a day, then we're gonna head down to Ruskin, then we're gonna go over to the East Coast, do Okeechobee, hang out there for a day, then Melbourne, and then we're gonna head up to the P.O. box because I got some stuff that I gotta pick up, and I gotta drop some stuff off at storage, and then we're gonna hit the Panhandle and then head out for a little bit.
Found us a friend. Oh, a little Knoll. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get back on the road, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.
All right, guys, back at our base camp. Park, I guess you want to call it. This is pretty much where we go to do any maintenance, do any things we want to do anything to the bus. It's just a nice place where people don't bother us. It's right on the water. It's nice and clean, and it's usually cool because you got the breeze coming off the water, so it's a nice place to hang out. Anyway, we are going to start making our way out of Florida again today. Not today, but tomorrow. But I wanted to start prepping the bus. The bus needs another oil change, so today I made a video a couple, I don't know, probably 5 videos or maybe more ago about a previous oil change and how I couldn't find this filter at the place I was at. It wasn't in stock. It seems like it's a very hard filter to find. I don't know. So I ended up going with a Fram filter, and it was like the little nothing of the whole video. Like, that was not the point of the video or anything. There was much bigger news in that video, and for some reason that got the most comments, and I got the most not hate, the most, what is it called, the most
constructive criticism.
The most constructive criticism, I guess. They're telling me that the Fram filter is garbage and blah blah blah, and I'm aware that the Fram filter isn't the best filter at all by any means, but unfortunately it was the only one that they had for my motor size, and I really didn't feel like driving all around. So today I went to Walmart, got the Mobile One full synthetic. This is the high mileage version, I believe. Yeah. So we're at 163,000 miles about, so anything over 75,000 they said to get this. And I got the matching oil filter. Don't go to Advanced Auto Parts for your oil filters, especially for this one. This was stupid expensive. This was $19, guys. The only reason I went ahead and bought it was because they were one of the few places that actually had it, and I really wanted to match it up with the matching oil. So today we're going to get the oil change done, and then we're gonna head out on the road, guys. All right, guys, did the oil change. We are over here at a Pilot for the night, and we are doing some cooking. Check this out. Got some meatballs with mozzarella and garlic, and then over here we got some pasta cooking. So I want to end this video here, guys, but we are going to be getting on the road tomorrow. I just got to do a couple things before we leave. We'll probably be heading out probably tomorrow late afternoonish or night, yeah. So we're going to be heading up to Georgia. I got something I want to show you guys. This is going to be way cool, so make sure to subscribe. Hit the notification bell, too. You'll hit subscribe. They changed it now. To hit the notification bell, you have to first hit subscribe, and then the bell will pop up, and then you can go ahead and click that. So check that out, guys. But from me, Sam, and Cody, we'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye, guys.